These tips have truly changed my life. I wouldn't just come on here and tell you these tips and just be like, oh yeah, these are some really fun tips. These tips really, truly, what I said to you and what I will say in the rest of this video have really changed my life. Listen, I was just editing this video and I was like, I need to do a way better intro because I have a story to tell you. It's a very important story. This is a true story. You're maybe wondering, who actually ever keeps their house 100% clean all of the time? Always a clean house.
Always picked up, always tidy, always not only tidy but clean.
Who does that even exist? Like, is that even a real thing? That's a great question, which is why I have this wonderful, true, real life story to tell you. It's not really a story, actually, at all. It's not even a story. So, yeah, there's no like beginning. It's not like a plot or anything. I grew up and we had a family friend who always kept her house clean. Like at first, like growing up and visiting her house, like I didn't really think about it because I was just a little kid and I just was there. But I cannot recall, even to this day, I can't recall one time going over to her house and it not being completely and perfectly picked up and clean. We would go over there spontaneously a lot, just pop in like, hey. Never was ever the house messy, unpicked up, dirty. It was pristine. It was cleaner than clean. I even can remember like we would go over there and she would cook dinner for us like while we were there, or make lunch or a snack or breakfast or whatever if we were staying over. And she would literally have dinner served and the kitchen would be clean from making that meal. So the dishes and everything, the pots and pans that were used to make that meal were already cleaned and put away before dinner was ever set on the table. She was on it. You know what I mean? She was on it. I know you're probably watching this video, and I'm even watching this video, thinking, is it even possible for my house to be 100% picked up all the time, perfect, clean, spotless, beautiful? The answer is no, that was a joke. The point of the video is to, you know, anyway. So the answer to that question is, if you apply the tips that I am gonna give you in this video, it is possible to have a clean house. I'm gonna give you the one thing that will get in the way of your house staying picked up and clean, and that is resistance. I don't know why I rolled the R there, but it's resistance. That's just the name that I like to give it. That is the feeling when you come home from a long day, you're totally exhausted, you make yourself a quick meal, and then you sit down and you are just like, you're full now, you're happy, you're content, you get to kick your feet up, and it's just like, wow, I could relish in this moment forever, until you glance over and you see the pile of pots and pans that are ruining your nice, beautiful kitchen. Yes, that is called resistance. The feeling that I'm gonna stop rolling my R's now. The feeling that you get when you just don't wanna clean. Let me tell you this. If you don't wanna clean now, nothing is gonna make you wanna clean in 15 minutes. You're not gonna get home and go, wow, I really don't feel like doing the dishes right now, and then sit down on the couch, and 30 minutes later, after your one Dance Moms episode in, you're gonna go, wow, I just really feel like getting up right now and cleaning the entire kitchen. Let me just say it this way. It's not like I wake up in the morning thinking about how excited I am to wash the dishes and make my bed and sweep the floor, which actually I don't even sweep the floor. I literally have a robotic vacuum now that does it for me. So that's my point, okay? I'd rather have my robot vacuum clean the house for me and make my bed than for me to make my bed myself. Case in point, right? I don't know. I am not naturally a clean person, okay? I think that's like telling anyone that's very disciplined, oh, you're just naturally disciplined. I've never met a naturally disciplined person. Discipline is literally discipline for a reason. It's doing what you don't want to do because you're disciplining yourself to do what you don't want to do. That's why it's called discipline. Let's jump straight into the tips right now. And there's tips throughout the whole video, so you better not skip because there's literally tips in the entire video. The first tip is, I always think about the times when somebody would randomly come over and my house would be a mess. And you guys, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay, I thought moving here, I was like, it's gonna be so easy to keep it clean. It's 1 bedroom, like it's really small. So like how dirty could it get? Okay, just because I moved into a different place doesn't change the person that I am. It doesn't make me love doing dishes and cleaning and doing all these things. If the kitchen's a mess, everything looks like it's a mess. Does that make sense? It's just a smaller area, so it actually looks more messy, okay? So the point of that is that when somebody would come over and I'd be like, oh gosh, like if I knew they were coming, I would tornado through the house and clean it up and fix it up and, you know, just like, oh, I gotta put this away. And honestly, I really do impress myself because I can pick it up in a pretty short amount of time if I know that somebody's coming over. And it honestly got me thinking, I'm like, I live in this space. Like, I live here, and why don't I take care of it to where I can enjoy living here? Like, this is my space. Why am I more concerned about somebody? And of course, we want to, don't get me wrong. I can just see the comments now. Cambria, that's so, well, okay, yes. I know. Of course I want to have a nice house for other people, but I'm here. I was gonna say 100% of the time, but then that sounded like I never leave the house. I live here. I don't want to live in a dirty environment. It made me think of, why do I clean up the house when somebody comes over and I don't keep it clean for myself and for my husband, who we want to enjoy when we're here. We want to enjoy living in a clean, picked up, nice environment. It creates more harmony and peace in your environment when you can keep your environment clean. Obviously, that's a no-brainer. Now, oh, that's funny. The robotic vacuum is programmed to go on at 4 p.m. and it's 4:01. You're late. That's right. Go back in your home. Go back in your home. Side note, if you want to name my robotic vacuum in the comments below, I'm definitely taking name suggestions, and I'm literally not even making a joke out of it. All that to say, you're not going to change your behavior until you change your reasoning in your heart. I know that sounds very like deep, but that is the truth. So when you think of it like that, when you're like, no, I'm keeping my house picked up all the time because I live here and I want to enjoy my living environment, it really shifted things for me personally. That has changed everything for me. Your environment is a reflection of how important it is to you to enjoy the environment that you're in. That goes into the next tip, which is to clean as you go. So while the casserole is baking, I am cleaning up all the pots and pans that I use to prepare it. As you go, clean it up, because here is the biggest thing of all. You think, oh, it's just a little mess. Like, oh, it's just this one cutting board right now in the kitchen. You know, I have this whole big casserole to make, but it's just the one cutting board so far that I got out and used, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start on the next thing, and you go to the pantry and you pull out whatever else you need. No, that's the biggest thing that will trip you up, is thinking, oh, that's a really small mess. Wow, that's the #1 tip of this whole video. Oh, that's just the unmade bed, but everything else is clean. Or nope, if you let yourself go in that one little area, that one cup, then there's another cup, then all of a sudden you make a snack and now there's a bowl and a spoon and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden your whole kitchen is a disaster. And you're like, all I did was make breakfast and have a snack. Like, how is the kitchen this messy? So that is pretty much the idea that you need to change the most in your head, is that one little mess is just one little mess. And it's not really a mess because it's just one cup, one bowl, one unmade bed, one towel on the floor, one shirt on the floor. If you get in the habit of, oh, it's just that, then everything's gonna be a mess. But if you can literally attack every little thing by simply just putting it away, putting it in the dishwasher, folding it up, putting it in your drawer, your life is gonna be so much easier. If everything has a place, then everything goes back into its place, if that makes sense. And I think that that's kind of like an obvious, like, duh, Cambria, that's a no-brainer. If you don't have a place for things, you might think you do, like, oh, obviously I fold my shirts and they go in my drawer. But if your drawer is so stuffed that you can't fit a shirt that needs to go in your drawer, then really it doesn't have a place. So you need to clear out your drawer, you need to tidy up, so you need to get rid of clothes that no longer fit you, no longer spark joy, and you need to have a place for everything. So that way, when everything has a place, everything just goes back into its place, and that's when things get messy. So if you can tidy and get rid of things and purge things. Then you can clean, which is just to keep everything in its place. And then cleaning is easy because you can just like, you know, quickly clean up, if that makes sense. This next tip is revolutionary, and I know it might seem super simple, but it has literally changed the way that I clean, and it mentally really helps me because it makes cleaning less overwhelming. Like, if not remove the overwhelming feelings in general, which is like amazing. So it's to clean from left to right. And I know it's like, okay, Cambria, really, that's your tip? That's literally the dumbest, most unhelpful tip ever. For example, this kitchen right now is messy. I'm gonna clean it. So I start from left and I go to the right. Let me just show you what I mean, okay? Right now, I would simply, like, I almost like in my mind, I make chunks out of it. So like, I would just go right here. I would just focus on right here, and I don't even look or touch anything. I don't even do any of the dishes in the sink. I'll just do these dishes. And then once this is done, spray it, wipe it down, move on to the next one. Do the dishes in the sink and everything that's right here, then go over here. And instead of like looking at the whole kitchen and be like, oh my gosh, it's such a mess, I'm so overwhelmed, I can't do this. I'm just gonna procrastinate and watch every single episode on Hulu, whatever you're watching. So from left to right, clean up and it works even in the living room. So I'll start from the left and I'll go to the right. Or you can do clockwise or counterclockwise, whatever works for you. But I found that it really helps me not to be overwhelmed by the whole kitchen or the whole living room or my whole bedroom. I really hope that this video inspires you to do ordinary things excellently. And if I could say one thing and phrase up this video one way, it would be that, to do ordinary things exceptionally. And I feel like when we do that, when we do the ordinary, mundane, daily tasks in our lives exceptionally, then that's going to really reflect on everything that we do. I just hope it brings a little bit more excitement and life into your life and into the ordinary, mundane, daily, routine tasks that you would be exceptional at ordinary things. I want to encourage you that if I can do it, you really can do it. I came home last night from just a late night and I did not want to clean up the kitchen. I ran out of the house before I had time to clean, which doesn't usually happen because now I actually cooked dinner earlier. That's another thing. Give yourself enough time to clean. Factor in cleaning time. These tips have truly changed my life. I wouldn't just come on here and tell you these tips and just be like, oh yeah, these are some really fun tips. These tips really, truly, what I said to you have really changed my life and have really helped me. That's the thing. There's gonna be down days, but if the majority of the time you can make it a habit to apply these corrections, if you will see an improvement in your life. I promise you. It's not gonna be easy, but you know, nothing ever good came from things that just fell into your lap. You know what I mean? Like you have to put in the work. And I wanna say that not in a discouraging way, but an encouraging way, that you can put in the work. You can do this. You can change your life right now. And I really want you to know that. I really want to empower you in this video. You can do it. Don't be afraid to put in the work because you can change your life right now in an instant. You can get up right now from watching this video and pause the video, but like it first. And then go clean up your kitchen. Go make your bed if you haven't made the bed. Go put in a load of laundry if you haven't done that. You can do it right now. Nobody's stopping you. You're not even stopping you anymore. I really do hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up because it really supports my channel and this video, and it helps other people who are unclean, like all of us used to be before this video, to find this video on YouTube. And it just lets me know that you liked it and that you found it helpful. And it just makes me really happy, to be really honest. So thank you so much for watching and for giving this video a thumbs up. You can follow me on Instagram if you wanna hang out and just, you know, not just like click off this video and never see each other again. I am gonna go edit this video now. See you guys in my next video. Bye.